Dexter Jackson, known as the Blade, is one of the most successful and enduring bodybuilders in the sport's history. Renowned for his sharp conditioning, impeccable symmetry, and longevity, Jackson holds the record for most professional bodybuilding wins, with 29 IFBB Pro titles. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches and competing around 225 pounds, Dexter's consistency and ability to adapt set him apart, culminating in his crowning achievement. The 2008 Mister Olympia title. Today we'll delve into the incredible career of Dexter Jackson, examine his training philosophy, and break down one of his verified workouts. Dexter Jackson's career began in the early 1990s when he competed in amateur shows, earning his pro card at the 1998 NPC USA Championships. Early in his career, Jackson wasn't considered a threat to the masked monsters dominating the air, but his relentless focus on conditioning and proportion steadily elevated him in the ranks. His breakthrough came in the early 2000s. By 2003, Jackson had already claimed victories at major shows like the Arnold Classic. Over the next decade, he established himself as one of the sport's most consistent competitors, known for his ability to peak at every show. 2008 was a defining year for Jackson. At the Mister Olympia, he shocked the bodybuilding world by dethroning the reigning champion, Jay Cutler, to claim the Sando Trophy. His victory marked a turning point for aesthetics and conditioning over sheer size. Even as new generations of athletes emerged, Jackson remained a dominant force. He went on to win the Arnold Classic a record 5 times, cementing his legacy as the king of that prestigious event. His longevity was unmatched. At 50 years old, Dexter placed 4th at the 2020 Mister Olympia before officially retiring from competitive bodybuilding. Dexter Jackson's training approach was characterized by efficiency, consistency, and adaptability. Unlike some of his peers, Jackson prioritized longevity, using strategies to avoid injury while maintaining elite conditioning. Key elements of his philosophy include moderate weights, high reps. While many bodybuilders pursued heavy lifting, Dexter often used moderate weights with higher reps to avoid stress on his joints, while building dense, striated muscle. Volume training. Dexter incorporated higher volume in his workouts, ensuring every muscle group was fully stimulated without overtraining. Intensity over ego. He focused on the mind-muscle connection, using strict form and controlled movements rather than chasing maximal lifts. Frequency and adaptability. Dexter trained each body part once per week but adjusted his approach depending on his conditioning goals, competition schedule, or fatigue levels. Cardio discipline. Dexter credited daily cardio sessions, even during the off-season, for maintaining his lean physique year-round. Consistency above all. Perhaps Jackson's greatest weapon was his unrelenting discipline, ensuring every training session, meal, and recovery method was executed flawlessly. One of Dexter Jackson's favorite routines is his shoulder workout. Designed to build rounded, capped delts, one of his standout features on stage. Dexter typically performed this workout as part of his weekly split, focusing on moderate weights in perfect form. He would start with seated dumbbell shoulder press for 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Focus on a controlled negative and full range of motion. Next, for the medial head, he would hit lateral raises for 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Keep the movement strict, raising the dumbbells just above shoulder height. For the posterior delts, he would use the reverse pec deck, rear delt flies, for 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Target rear delts with a slow and controlled squeeze at the top. Delts, he would use front dumbbell raises for another 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Alternate arms, keeping the movement fluid and focusing on the front delts. Barbell upright rows would be added for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, which can further hit the medial and anterior delts. Use a shoulder width grip to minimize wrist strain and hit the side delts. Arnold presses would finish off the delts with 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Rotate the dumbbells throughout the press to work all heads of the deltoid. Since the traps were indirectly hit shrugs, dumbbell or barbell, would further exhaust them with 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Emphasize a full range of motion to target the traps. Dexter often finished his shoulder sessions with light lateral raises or cable exercises to ensure his delts were fully fatigued. Dexter Jackson's career is a testament to consistency, discipline, and smart training. With over 2 decades at the top of the sport, he showed that longevity and precision could compete with sheer size and strength. From his historic Mister Olympia win in 2008 to his record-setting 29 pro victories, Jackson's legacy is one of excellence and adaptability. As the Blade, Dexter Jackson not only set records, but also set the standard for what it means to be a true professional in bodybuilding. His story reminds us that with hard work and smart training, greatness is achievable at any age.
Every show I do, my mindset is to win. I'm not going there to compete and play games. I'm trying to win everything I do.
The winner of the 2008 Mister Olympia. The next name you hear will be the winner of the 2008 Mister Olympia. In the title of 2008 Mister Olympia. You can take it too.
Well, it started back in high school when my teachers started telling me I ain't gonna be nothing in life. That's where it all started. That's where the first doubt started. So after high school, that's when I started going to the gym because my brother had went to boot camp. So when my brother came back home, he was pretty buffed. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let my brother outdo me. I wanted to, get a little bigger and, look good like my brother. And then that's when guys from the gym started seeing my progress. They said, well, man, you can be a bodybuilder or something. Let's go check this show out. I was like, nah. You know, after seeing how the girls reacting to the guys, I was like, wow, I want to do this too. So I mainly got into the sport to try and, you know, please the girls and try and, you know, stuff like that. So they talked me into going. I liked what I saw. 6 weeks later, I won my very first competition as a bantamweight. I think I was 137 pounds.
After placing third in Night of Champions. For the first time in his life, Dexter competed in 1999 Mister Olympia.
This is what I've always dreamed of, you know, standing next to some of the guys that I've admired since I've been training. It's really a blessing and a dream come true.
In this Mister Olympia, Dexter only managed to place ninth.
Ninth place, Dexter Jackson. Thank you.
After competing in 6 shows, Dexter came back again to participate in Mister Olympia for the second time in 2000.
Third in Ironman, fifth in Arnold, second in Toronto.
Right. Second in Budapest.
And seventh in the Night of the Champions.
That means you peaked 6 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
Same like last year, Dexter placed 9th again, but he didn't give up.
Presenting the award for 9th place, who will take the certificate and the $11,000 check to the 9th place finisher, Dexter Jackson.
And then again, in 2001, Dexter came back to Mister Olympia. After placing 5th in Arnold Classic, 2nd in Night of Champions. In this year, he brought better package than last 2 years, but he only managed to place 8th in Mister Olympia.
The 8th place finisher, Dexter Jackson.
After continuously losing for 3 years. In 2002, Dexter managed to crack into top 5. After tons of hard work, he placed 4th this year.
A few obstacles came up in my life, so I couldn't go to college. So I said, next best thing. I got into training, and I said, if I didn't make it in that sport, I'm gonna make it in something. So I always had something to lean back on. I started 9 weeks out for this show because I wanted to guarantee that I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life. That's why I went a couple weeks extra.
Fourth place. And they will take 4th place to Dexter Jackson.
In 2003, for the first time Dexter placed 3rd, and for the first time, he realized that he could actually win the Mister Olympia competition.
You know, I placed 4th last year, you know, to better what you've done the previous year. You know, you got to make some changes. So for the very first time, I hired a nutritionist to help me. I'm just trying to display the physique that I've, you know, worked so hard for, you know, for the show. And I'm just trying to display it to everyone and have fun doing it.
3rd place, the bronze Sandow medal. And they will present it to competitor number 9, Dexter Jackson.
In 2004, same thing. Again he placed 4th. Everyone in top 5 was bigger than Dexter, but he didn't give up. He knew that he will win one day. This year he came shredded to the bone, but Ronnie, Jay and Gustavo was next level.
As a competitor, you always expect to win. You know, I don't go in any show without expecting to win. Abs and thigh.
Abs and thigh.
The blade against the champion.
Fourth place.
Dexter Jackson.
And then, the roll started after that. 2006 he won Arnold. Placed 4th again, which he thought he was going to place bit higher, but Jay came back like a monster. That year was just crazy. It was the best Jay we ever seen. He was like 280 pounds and ripped. It was like no one was going to beat him that year.
Sport is going more towards my physique, so I feel I got a good chance on I can win. So we'll see what happens. I'm feeling wonderful. I never thought I'd be able to do it, but I managed to do it some kind of way.
In 4th place, Dexter Jackson.
It was the end of Ronnie's era, and a beginning of new era of Jay Cutler. So people were telling that Jay is unbeatable. But Dexter chased him so badly. Nothing new. In 2007 again for the second time Dexter placed 3rd.
Jacksonville, Florida, Dexter the Blade Jackson. Please take the 3rd place medallion. The Blade Dexter Jackson.
In 2008, he came back just fuller and bigger, and finally that's the year he knocked them off and won the Olympia.
I'm right on schedule. It's be the best I ever look. It's guaranteed. Jay Cutler, you're mine. My overall balance and shape, you know, it's hard to beat. I'm at my best is very, very hard to beat. That's what a lot of people understand. Just because the guy's bigger than me,
don't mean nothing.
Bodybuilding, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So I always start going into a show that I can win this show. A bodybuilder has to make adjustments and try and be better than he was in the previous outing, which is what I did. And once you do that, you know, I felt that I should have won the competition.
The winner of the 2008 Mister Olympia, Dexter Jackson!
You know, they talk about front runners, but they seem to forget the people looming that have been there and done it. Because people say, oh, Ronnie Coleman's the greatest, oh, Jay Cutler's the greatest, or Lee Haney. But Dexter Jackson is one of the top 5 greatest bodybuilders of all time.
All the guys that's ahead of me, I'm beating all these guys. When I'm at my best, I can deal with any of these guys up there. This is what I've always dreamed of, you know.
Won everything, he's won it all, and he keeps doing it over and over. No one will, I don't think anyone will have as many wins as Dexter Jackson. It's almost impossible. So he's going to go down the history books and it'll be questionable, and he would probably say I'm the greatest ever.
But this man comes in here and trains hard every single time. He puts 110% in every single set. With all the set, he can be the man.
Dexter Jackson is a true testament of iron will and running his own fucking race.
If I fall out of the top 6, then I'm going to retire. But I say, you know what? Let's give it one more chance. He knows how hungry I am. You know, he sees me. He knows the door's wide open.
No one really stepped beyond what their potential was. Like Lee Haney retired at 31. Who knows how good he could have been? You know, Schwarzenegger retired early. I mean, it used to be a young man's game, but, you know, Dexter's shown through smart training, you know, he was able to outlast all of us. And, you know, they talk about the secrets, but he has the experience, so he knows exactly what to do with his body. And he lets these guys make the mistakes that are taken over and over and over, because he's been there, done it a million times.
Just imagine training with somebody that you don't get along with versus somebody that you respect and went to the gym. You want to bust your ass every day. You know, when I train with Charles, I don't want to let him down. That's how I train.
Like that means I'm doing my job.
I just think that he has the ability to pull off probably one of the greatest bodybuilding achievements we've ever seen.
I've beaten these guys a lot of times, and me at my best, I can deal with any of these guys. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to brag about nothing and nothing like that. I'm just saying, I'm very hard to beat too at my best. Yeah.
Mister Olympia, to your 5-time champion, the gift full.
This close to winning, you know, this freaking close. Now it's time to capture the title again. What you're going to see at the Olympia this year is the best Dexter Jackson ever. I know a lot of people say that, but you know me. When I say I'm going to do something, I always come through for you guys.
He had talked about retiring. I said, man, you crazy. You got too much life in that body. You got to stay in the game. Now we're about business. So when it's time for business, we're on business.
Isn't it exciting? This man is 46 years old. Look at the shape he's in. He's winning one competition after the next. And it just said, I'll be back. Thank you very much, Dexter. Congratulations. Come on, Dexter.
I put 110% in whatever I do, you know, eating clean on the off season. You know, it's hard as hell, but that's what's keeping me alive. That's what's keeping me going.
What motivates me now is shut people's mouth. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Come on. Dex, everybody loves you, man. Still, the blade is still as sharp as ever.
I think you shut a lot of people up and you knocked out guys half your age, you really did. And after the pre-judging, I just couldn't believe my eyes when you walked out there, Dex.
Wow, Dexter brought it.
Dexter Jackson.
Welcome to Bodybuilding for Life channel. Dexter Jackson is still in formidable condition in 2024. At 54 years old, he has still kept enough muscle mass and he is very aesthetic, especially his arms and shoulders have remained massive. Dexter trains like in his good old days, only he has reduced the weights but kept mostly the same exercises he used to do. Considering he is retired and he wants a quiet life with his grandchildren's. He is one of the most famous bodybuilders in the whole world, and he competed against the best if we think about Ronnie Coleman, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levrone and Jay Cutler. Dexter has a healthy diet, and at this moment the difference compared to when he was competing is the amount and number of meals, which are much less these days. Fewer calories, less muscle mass, but still quite athletic. His last competition being in 2020 at Mister Olympia, where he finished in 9th place. Dex participated in 21 Olympias and around 17 Arnold Classics. One of his secrets of longevity is that he always took a break of about 4 months a year where he was not in the gym and let his body recover. Another secret is that he focused more on the machine's workout and avoided injuries. Dexter has always been known for his impeccable condition on stage, being called the Blade. Don't forget to tell us what you think about Dexter at 54 years old. Do you think he looks flawless? For more motivational and informative clips, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay strong.